everybody, and welcome to day 20. 20 days of our countdown to the Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary. So, just a reminder, in just 5 days, I've still been collecting everybody's comments on Facebook, Instagram, and people that have actually sent me direct messages, just thank you. And everyone's getting entered into the 25th day. I will stop the counting, and on the 26th episode, I will announce the winner, and I'll put it on Facebook and within the group and on the Facebook page for the $25 Disney gift card. I've been having tons of fun so far with 20 down. That means that we have 30 to go. Well, actually 29, because the 30th I'm going to be in Epcot. And speaking of Epcot, the France Pavilion has just announced that they are opening up a new Creperie. So I figured, why not make some crepes? A little different. Let's go. Okay, so the style of crepes that we're going to be making today are technically a French style. I'm going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. For crepes, I like to sift the flour. Is it necessary? Not 100%, but it just helps in the when you sift it, it just helps in the mixing process a lot easier. And this isn't a long process. So I'm just going to sift in 2 cups of flour, and we'll just keep getting this in there. Okay, so we've sifted the 2 cups of flour. Folks, just keep in mind, I'm doing actually like a double batch for a crepe recipe. It's 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk to 2 eggs, pinch of salt. I'm doing the French style, and I'll show you what that means. So I'm doing double, so that means I have 2 cups of flour. I'm going to put that to the side, and I'll bring this here, and this is our 4 eggs, right? So what I'd like to do is just break up the eggs first, and a pinch of salt, and scramble the eggs up here. This isn't a huge technique. And we're going to just add 2 cups of milk. Okay. Now what I do like to do is mix this completely, and then here's the difference. 1/4 cup of butter. A lot of crepe recipes don't call for butter. Just 1/4 cup, just in your microwave, melt it down. I add it to my liquid. You can add it directly to the flour if you'd like. You could cheat. You could take all these ingredients, drop them all into a blender, mix it until it's all done. Okay, back to our flour. We're just going to add these in. I like to make a little well in the center and pour slowly into the well, incorporating the eggs into the flour to make a batter. And then at this point, once everything is starting to incorporate, you can include make sure you get the walls, scraping all the edges. Again, I'm going to show you another technique that is not necessary, but because of my training, it's just something that we do different. So this is a traditional whisk. This is a balloon whisk. See at the top, it's shaped more of like a balloon. It allows more air to get in. So I like to just switch it up and add my last batch of mixing with a balloon whisk. You can go back and forth with it instead of just constantly mixing. So just aerates it a lot better. If you have the time, you want to let this rest for an hour. If you can make it the day before, it's even better. And if you don't have the time, you just go right to the pan. So this is our whole batter. And we'll let this rest for a little bit as I get my pan ready. Okay, so I just take a little bit of butter, melt it down, pastry brush. I use a 1/2 cup measuring right in. Remember, these are supposed to be very thin. You're not going to see bubbles like you would see in pancakes because there's no baking soda in there or baking powder. Again, just take your spatula right from the side, go as far in as you can, and flip it over. If it sticks, it's not a problem. As far as when I say sticking onto here, that's not a problem. It's firm enough where you can maneuver it. And there you have beautiful color. There's your crepe. See, I struggle with the spatulas because I'm so used to doing them this way. I'm not trying to show off, but for videos, I'm going to use all the tools. Alright, so I'm a little bit under on the other side. So I'm just going to flip this real quick and show you how I make. Okay. Now you take a couple of pieces of ham, fresh deli ham, a few slices of cheese. Yep, I'm using Swiss today. You want to press that down. So first you're going to go half. You're going to keep that going just to keep cooking. And all you did was make a little ham and cheese sandwich. Now, you can fold this again. I prefer to let this cook on this side to get my cheese melted. And what I like to do is just flip it over. This is done differently, folks. Hit it with a little bit of butter. And that's it. Let's go right to plate. Let's see what this one looks like. Alright, so the next one, we'll take it a little earlier off. Alright, and this one will get the famous Nutella. The Nutella, you gotta put, you can spread it. You don't really have to because you're gonna fold it. The heat's gonna melt it right away. But what I like to do with the Nutella to make it a little different, once we have it here, okay, let's fold this way, spread out that Nutella, and then let me show you what we're going to do on the plate. Alright, so we're going to go with the classic one. So the classic, believe it or not, a little lemon juice on top of the crepe, and you just sprinkle it with granulated sugar, enough to give you diabetes. So there's one crepe. Which one do you want first? Well, we got to eat before we can have dessert. So this is the ham and cheese one. Let me show you what we do with that. Just take a little bit of some yellow mustard, and you take it and you fold your crepe this way, okay, and then you give it a cut. And then you have your melted cheese, your mustard, your ham. Got a nice little French sandwich right there. And then the famous, the Nutella. Look at that. Nutella is nice and melted right in there. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's just move this. Now, what would you put with Nutella? I mean, there's only one thing that I can think of. There you go, folks. A little Nutella crepe right there for you. Alright, so there's our crepes, folks, for the new Creperie that's opening over in the France Pavilion at EPCOT. We got the Nutella, that famous Nutella. But I made a lot of batter, and I hope you liked what you saw today. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends, tell your friends. But I have all these crepes, and you know what? If you want to know what I'm going to do with all of these, head over to the Facebook page. I'm going to make something special, but I'm only going to post it on the Facebook page and within the group. Guess you got to go there to find out. Till next time.